and had to leave.
Well, he had pressing things out in California. That he had to get to.
Casey calls up every couple of weeks, almost every couple of days, and says, "Hey, can I promote something?"
Really?
And I was thinking about Casey. He's got something new he's promoting, but I was thinking about all the things he's been promoting, and I was going to ask him what happened to all of them.
Yeah, because he's always got a new venture.
He's like Ralph Cramden.
Yeah. What's
always
the
good.
latest?
I wonder if any of these things ever took off.
Remember he was going to go to Brazil and become some big
Kickboxing
announcer or something?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, that one didn't really pan out. The league got disbanded, and I think some people got arrested. But that was.
Did they get arrested?
I think so, but that was a fluke.
And then what about you were going to be a big star on a TV show for the phone?
Oh no, I was.
Really?
Here, wait. I'll read them to you in case he can comment on each of his ventures. All right, here we go. In August of 2008, I'll go in the most recent ones.
All right.
Casey called in to promote a debt consolidation program called Envision Debt Solutions. What happened to that?
Well, I'm not really still in debt, but they helped me, work out a couple things. But they help a lot of people. All right, fine. I did.
But you're not with them anymore, right?
No, I did my thing. My problems are higher up, like the IRS.
Okay.
Oh dear. So wait, in other words, you were just getting some debt help from them when you were promoting them.
Okay.
No, totally. I mean, there's some things that nobody can help with.
In January 2008, Casey called in to promote Rio Heroes, a website that broadcast bare-knuckle fighting from Brazil. Casey was supposed to announce the fights, but the website was shut down. During the same phone call, Casey was looking for girls to enter his comedy and beauty pageant show.
Oh, there was a comedy and beauty pageant. I forgot about that.
What happened to both of those things?
Well, it turns out that it's illegal to have people, fight each other like cockfighting.
Right.
You can't do that. Even if it's in another country, you can't broadcast it. So people see it in this country.
So where are all the guys? Are you in touch with all the guys who were in business with you on that?
No, not at all.
No.
I think they went away.
In January 2007, Casey called in to promote his online cell phone show.
Yes, that's the one.
Where I don't know what he was doing.
He had a show on the phone.
It was called Swing Shift, his show.
Yeah, see that phone company went under. No, but I thought you were talking about my internet show, which actually.
Well, let me see if I get to that. Let's see.
Oh, sorry.
July 2007, KC called in to promote a DVD he helped produce with Miss Howard Stern called Girls and Guns 4, Snowing in Miami. What happened to that? Did that ever make any money?
No, it sold 8 copies.
Wow. 8 copies.
That has to be a record.
Yeah, but that wasn't what they hired me for. They hired me to watch Miss Howard Stern.
Right, but you were promoting it.
Yeah, I did promote it. That's true.
In October 2006, KC called in to promote his favorite pasta sauce, Son of a Gun pasta sauce.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
What happened to that?
Let me tell you something. That is the best sauce I've ever had in my life. And I asked Johnny the other day. I said, "What's going on with the sauce?" And he said, he doesn't have it anymore. The recipe, they gave it to somebody. I don't know, but that I wish he still had it because that was awesome.
Casey was also selling a laptop computer when he called in. I don't even know if you get that.
I think it was his laptop.
Oh my God, that's horrible. I really did that.
Casey once called in to recruit girls to be Beverly Hills Angels. I think that
What's that?
I think that was that calendar that Johnny Fratto had.
Yeah, that was good. That was during my single days. That was good. I wouldn't I wouldn't hire them. I just try and fuck them. That's all.
Did the calendar ever come out?
No.
I don't think there's one successful venture in here. At one point, Casey was also working as a bodyguard for escorts. What happened to that?
Yeah, that landed me in jail.
Oh my God!
But
why?
Because that's illegal. Actually, what they caught me on, Howard, they caught me on stuff with my license. It wasn't the fact that I was waiting to beat the shit out of some guy. It was because my license was bad.
Right. So it was a driver's license thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But they throw you in jail when you don't have a driver's license?
No. It's had what do they call it? It had warrants.
Oh.
Wow.
And
You had warrants?
Yeah, I had warrants, and the guy he let me go the first time. He was really cool, but then later on the same night, he pulled me over again, and he said I couldn't drive the first time. He made the girl drive, who was taking what the hell are those things that these broads take? Xanax, like a million Xanax. She couldn't drive; she almost fell out of the car. But she should drive and not me.
Well, how do you think it's going for Casey since he
I don't
had
think
to leave our show?
This West Coast run has been a good one.
Yeah. And then I remember the time he posed nude for a gay French photographer or German photographer.
German.
I wasn't nude. I had underwears on.
Yeah, because he was going to become a pinup guy.
Right.
That was another venture.
No, but that one went really well. I mean, all those posters that sold. Do you know who bought those posters?
Yeah, gay guys.
Yeah, exactly. Gay guys. There was like 90% of those. I saw all the names of people who bought them, and they were all gay guys.
Wait a minute. Casey was surprised that gay guys bought the poster, Howard.
Although I got to say, here's a fact. Richard Christie bought 2 of those posters of
No
Casey.
shit.
Yeah.
Point taken.
I kind of paved the way for Richard and Sal.
He sure did.
Yeah, in my gayness, I spawned 2 other fags.
Casey also auditioned for a bunch of soap operas. I remember that
Right.
that was for a while. What were the soap operas?
Oh no, I was on those, man. I was on Guiding Light and As the World Turns.
Was he?
Yeah, but it was always like he was standing there as an officer or something.
No,
Yeah, but
Officer
I was
Casey.
quite handsome.
Then Casey tried out for a football team. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He was going to be a kicker or something on the football team. What team was that?
No, that was Stuttering John. That wasn't me.
No, that was you. You were thinking of like at one
You went
point.
to somebody's training camp?
Yeah, you were going to go back into football.
Oh, and I wanted to get back into football.
Yeah.
But no, that was John who thought he could.
No.
I got mad at him.
I know what you're talking about, but you too.
Yeah, I was. It was one of 2 things I wanted in my life. This is back when I had hope. It was either to work for you, Howard,
Right.
or to play football.
Well, you blew both of those.
Right.
I know, really.
So now you are completely without hope.
He played football and he lost out. He was working for me and he blew that.
Yeah. Jesus, when you look back on this, it's like everybody looks back on their life and they like to have some things to say, oh, yeah, I did that. I'm listening back to these things and you bring these up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with me? What have I done?
It's an amazing.
You mean you weren't keeping track?
It's an amazing body of work. You know what Casey's curse is? He's a very good-looking guy.
It gets in the way.
And it gets in the way, and from just like settling down and doing something where he can rise up and work hard at it and
Focus is very hard for him.
But his problem
Oh, no,
is
I
because
got
he's
some-
good looking, he gets like chicks to move in with him, and people give him stuff and they give him opportunities.
Yeah, people will open their doors and let him
Right.
move in.
Right.
I always thought it was my charm, but I guess not.
That's your looks.
You'll find out about your
girl.
You'll find out about your charm in about 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I find
See,
out
Casey's
about
like in the movie Spread by
That's
Ashton
what I was
Kutcher
thinking.
that's coming
Yes.
out.
I was saying that the other day.
Yeah.
He used to work here.
Yeah, I mean, he was the hot guy who, kind of can get a lot going, but
So he doesn't really apply himself to
yeah.
anything.
So what's your latest thing you're promoting?
Well, before I tell you, did you ever see The Wrestler?
Yeah.
Did you like that movie?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt a little bit like I don't know. I don't even want to go into that thing. The other thing I wanted to ask you was about. What
Wait a minute. What is he
You felt-
comparing himself to the wrestler?
You felt like the wrestler?
Yeah, I kind of felt like the wrestler just because
Because you're lost.
Yeah. Basically, the guy was a big loser. Yeah.
No, you're
But the guy
not
had
that
been at
he's
the
a loser.
height of his career.
Casey hasn't
he
even
had
gotten
been
there.
to the top.
The best days of his life were behind him.
Right.
You mean the song by Springsteen is sort of very poignant. Yeah, if you listen to it.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with KC? KC's never been at the top of anything.
Yeah, Casey, you were never you were never a champion to then lose everything.
Well, yeah, good job here.
In my own mind, I was.
Oh, you mean when you were here?
Yeah, I will kind of like when this is too depressing. I don't want to talk about it.
No, we want to talk about
You mean like when you were the high school football star and wrestler, and then college, and then
Yeah, the thing is, like in college, like everybody still has hope, and they think that you could be sitting next to the president. You don't even know that.
Right.
Then when you get out and you start doing things, and people start getting their mundane life and their horrible life, and you realize that this is it. The best days are behind you. You know.
See, but you would have found a good job if you weren't so good looking.
So he's one of those guys who's still celebrating his high school and college years as the best
Because,
years of his life.
Because when you were in high school and you looked at Casey, you go, there's the guy who's going to go places.
Right. He was a star.
Right. Well, all right, so what are you promoting now?
Well, I got this thing. I'm hooked up with these guys, and I'm with this company, right?
Yeah.
That anywhere in the country, if you got a house or an apartment or something like that, they will turn it into a 5-star hotel, like a 5-star hotel room. You know,
You mean if I give these guys my house, they'll turn it into a hotel?
No.
That's what it sounded like.
Thanks.
He's going to make my house a hotel?
You mean people will be moving into my house?
What do I do?
Where will I live?
No.
Am I working for them now?
They'll take like your house and they'll turn it into like a 5-star hotel like room. You know what I mean? Like down from the linens to the toothbrush, like furniture, everything.
In other words, you hire them, they
It's
come
like
in,
decorators.
and they set up your house so it's like a 5-star hotel.
in less than 24 hours.
But
And then what?
But isn't a 5-star hotel like? Don't you need a lot of people to like service that?
Well, no, but they get it to look like that, and then it's up to you to keep it that way. You know?
Right.
It's like a decorating service.
It's interior decoration. That's correct.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I got.
I always love how he doesn't even understand what he's trying to promote.
Yeah.
Look, I can't. I'm horrible with the language. Verbally, I have no communication skills at all. Ask my girlfriend; she'll tell you.
Similar to what I did with that man cave thing. They came in and for free they just turned it into the ultimate guy's room. This is the same thing, but with the ultimate 5-star hotel room. They'll make your
Exactly.
right.
Well, give me an example. Like, in other words, like.
Yeah, because I'm with Howard. I want room service.
Right.
No, they don't do anything.
In fact, I've been to hotels. They're actually not that nice. It's the room service that's kick-ass. The actual room is kind of
Right,
shitty.
yeah.
That's extra. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you got it's like if you have like a summer house or something like that.
Right.
You know, there was just an article in GQ magazine. They say broads want a guy with a nice place to live rather than a car. What do you think of that?
I agree.
Yeah, they do because they have this thing in them that they want. They want to be. What do they call it?
All right, listen, I think I get this business.
Why don't you write down what you want to say?
I think I understand the business. It's like, it's kind of cool. Like, it actually isn't a bad idea.
You know, when he puts it that way, it makes sense. Like a guy who doesn't know what to do, he
Right.
calls this service. They make his bedroom look like a 5-star hotel room, and then chicks are impressed.
All right, so
Why
that's...
can't I say that? That's exactly what it is, and I'm retarded.
Casey, do you suspect that, like, in 2 months when you call back in with your new business, that I'll ask you what happened to this business?
No, this one is good. They've been doing good business. And hey, here's another one. Get paid with fitness. If you you know what? I'm not even going to explain this one. People who want to get fit and buy DVDs and stuff like that, you get on this thing and you'll make money doing it.
What?
Do you understand that at all?
No.
That's a new business?
Oh yeah, this is a good one though.
And what if I want a DVD? I don't know what you.
What are you talking about?
You know what multi-level marketing is?
Oh, here we go again.
No. Just tell me what you're into.
That's getpaidwithfitness.com. And you can get that too if you go to thetowndick.com. That's my website. Train with Casey. Always looking for new clients.
Are you training people?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
I made a girl cry the other day, so I lost her as a
Why'd you make her cry?
Well, she was being a box, you know. She wasn't doing anything, and I'm like, why do you...
Casey, but she was paying you to train her, so just,
Your job is to motivate her.
not to make her cry.
No, I didn't want to make her cry, but the thing was, I was just, telling her to do stuff. I wasn't being mean or anything like that, but she wasn't doing anything. I'm like, why do you hire me to come work you out if you're going to sit here?
Hey, let me
and
give
not
you a
do
secret. 99% of the people who hire you to train them are fucking lazy, and they don't really want
That's
to do
why they
anything.
need a trainer.
So they're chicks who want to have a hot trainer.
Yeah,
She
but
wants
they
to
should
look
do
at
it.
you.
They should do what they should.
Yeah, but
do
she's
something.
not. If they could do anything, they'd be doing it.
But sometimes you need tough love. I know what Casey's saying. When I struck out when I was 12 and my father told me I was swinging like a cunt, I next time I tried harder.
Nah, this
I'm gonna say that.
is whole psychology to train
Casey's
people.
not reading it right.
Yeah, but trust me, he's not reading people.
I don't think he's reading anything.
He's not even reading a book on
He's
health.
not reading books, newspapers, or
Yeah.
people.
I saw Casey out in Vegas recently, though. He looks good. Casey
Yeah,
looks good,
well,
man.
He knows how to train. That's
He knows
one
how to
thing.
train himself
Casey invites those people who want to make money.
on fitness.
GetPaidWithFitness.com. Go to GetPaidWithFitness.com. And then if you want to train directly with KC, go to KC.com.
How many clients you got, Casey?
Oh, I got about 5 or 6 clients right now. Always looking for more. It's trainwithkc.com, and I got a fitness video coming out with my lovely girlfriend, and that's going to be. I'm going to be a millionaire.
And are you going to, if people buy it, are you actually going to send them the DVD?
That wasn't my fault.
Remember that business?
Yes, I remember the Casey video
Put out
business.
a comedy DVD and no one could get it.
Yeah, but that wasn't my fault.
Right.
And
Never is.
Are you with the right people now?
yeah, now I am.
Now you are. Okay.
Case, by the way, you had footage of me on stage at a comedy club. You know what I'm talking about when I made the audience leave?
It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't include it.
But did you still have it?
Yeah. I actually do have that. It's the funniest thing ever. But
I want to get it from you because I want to use it for my DVD.
All right.
You
Listen,
can put it on there.
Casey, I wish you the best. You know that, and hope everything is going well. And I like this new business of yours. I like the idea of, like, I wouldn't know how to turn my room into a really 5-star hotel room.
Right.
And,
Howard, that's so cool, man. Thanks
right.
a lot for
Take care,
letting me
Casey.
on, man. I apologize for this phone call.
all right. Never
Hey,
again.
wait, one last thing, man. Check out. Do you ever see Monica Bellucci, whatever the fuck her name is? And she has a rape scene.
Monica Bellucci, yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen that?
There was a movie she did where her husband directed it, I think, and there's this wild rape scene. I've never seen it.
Never seen it.
It's disturbing. You have to see it. The movie's called Irreversible.
But she's hot.
She's really hot, and this guy is just beating the shit out of her for like 8 minutes.
And you like
And
that?
you loved it.
No, I didn't like it. I was kind of disturbed by it. You got to see it, man. It's a good.
Let me understand your new business. Are you selling a video of Monica Bellucci being raped? I don't know. This is
wish.
all right. Thanks, Casey.
Howard, I love you. Thanks.
I love you too. There he is. That's my man, KC Armstrong. Mike Walker is with us. We're going to play. Oh, wrong button. Let's see.
Ready yet.
He's not ready. When, it's 9:30. When would he be ready?
In a minute.
Oh, you mean you're not ready? Mike's ready. He's probably sitting there. You're not ready, right? What's
not ready.
no? But seriously, he's
That's
there.
correct. That's
You're not
correct.
ready.
Will usually reminds me.
Oh.
He usually doesn't have to, but
You're so busy. You need someone to remind you.
I was working on stuff trying to get Robin's news because we're having a problem with that.
All right. Tell me your problems later. Thanks.
It'll be in like 2 minutes.
Where's Mrs. Rogers?
Usually, Will,
Mike's not ready.
He goes, Mike's not ready. Mike's ready. I still don't see.
Where is he?
Where is he, Scott? Scott.
I have to go to the other end of the building.
I'm busy. Will didn't tell me.
Usually, Will reminds me that
Scott, where do I bring up Mike? I'm hearing music.
Maybe that's Mike.
Ay vey.
So
professional. Scott! You.
He just yelled coming.
Scott, that's not Mike Walker. It's music.
No, I know.
What?
Engineering has to do it from the engineering room, and they're doing it. They're in the
Hey,
middle.
guys, come on.
They're in the middle of doing it right now.
Come on, guys. Who do I blame here? You or Will?
Me, blame me.
Well, what about Will? Is it his job to do this or yours? Why
It's
was
both
Will
of
brought
us.
into it?
But just blame me.
Will, are you at fault?
A little bit.
A little bit. Can you guys work out a system?
No, there's a system in place. I
I
probably
could have
screwed
done
up.
something interesting to the audience rather than try and set up Mike Walker.
I made a bad assumption that around 9:30 that Mike Walker that Scott knows we do Mike Walker
Don't
on Thursdays.
assume
but
Scott knows anything.
I shouldn't have assumed that.
Scott's so fucking busy, he can't be bothered.
He should be there now.
Holy cow. How long we been doing this?
A long time.
Yeah, I mean, come on, huh? It's funny, right? Is that why you're laughing?
It's not funny.
It's funny.
It's not funny.
You don't care. You don't
Of
care
course
if you
I
ruin
care.
my show.
Why do you say I don't care?
Because you don't care. That's why I say it. You don't care about being professional. You know, PLJ, if they had told you to get something ready, it would have been ready, or you would have been fired. So you would have had it ready.
So fire me. I mean, you know,
Okay, you're
I'm
fired.
sorry that that wasn't ready, and it's ready now.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You know what it is? You know I'll never fire you, so it doesn't matter to you. The good guys always get fucked. It's the shitheads in radio who bust balls who get fucking stuff done. A PLJ, if Jim Kerr was on the air and he potted up Mike Walker, he'd be there. Because you'd be fucking paranoid.
I was working. Usually, I get it up.
Right.
I was working on another problem, and
Usually
it slipped
you
my
get it
mind. And usually, there's someone to
Slipped your
remind me.
mind. Mm-hmm. I bet you wouldn't have slipped your mind at PLJ. I bet you it wouldn't, because your job would have been gone. They would not tolerate this. But I tolerated it. Everyone's a star here, and everyone's a shticklach. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's not a shtick. I mean, I said I was sorry.
You're sorry.
I didn't want to do it on
My
purpose.
audience is
I don't want to do it on purpose.
All right. How will you avoid this
The
in
audience
future?
won't be bored with him.
How
for
will you avoid
for 5
this?
minutes more?
How will you? Hey, fuck off. Now you're saying Mike.
I mean, come on. I
so
mean,
now you're evaluating Mike.
Stop yelling at me.
Who should I yell at?
You got Mike Walker ready. You yelled at me now. Now you do the bit, and we'll get it over with. So it's ready.
But what did you just say? Mike's going to bore the audience. So what's the difference anyway? Is that the attitude you have?
That's my attitude. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's my attitude.
So how are you going to avoid this in the future?
I'll make sure. I'm going to put a big sign up. Focus.
Yeah.
Focus.
Would that be insane to put a sign up that says today is Mike Walker and I need to have it ready? And by the way, I know how angry you get with your interns if they mess up one little thing. So
No, that's not
So I'm
true.
not such a ball
That's
buster.
not true. I don't yell at interns.
Okay.
Not anymore, anyway.
All right. Come on. Go out and talk to Will and see if you can't make this thing happen.
It's
every
ready.
week.
I just told you that.
Now it's ready. Am I out of line here? Robin?
No, I mean, it was...
All right, you
he
yelled at me
came
and it's
in
ready and it's done. I
once
said I was
and
sorry. I
still didn't
apologize.
fix
I
it.
was involved with something else and I should have been, up on it. And
What
I didn't-
kills me is when you laugh about it.
I'm not laughing. I didn't think it was
you
funny.
laughed. You went,
No, you're funny because you're great. You're
I'm
great on
funny.
the air. You're
Yeah.
funny. So
No, I'm not.
That's what I'm laughing. I'm
not
laughing at that
funny.
I screwed it up.
I wasn't funny.
You're the funny one.
I'm not funny. I'm busy yelling. How is that funny? You've been at this game how long? You've been in it?
Too long, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. Now I agree with you. Too long. Been too long at the fair.
Yeah.
You hate this job, huh? You hate me.
I love this
You
job.
hate me.
I don't hate you.
What is it? The green monster they call envy? Is that what it is? You look at me and go, why him, not me?
You
What did I do?
you
What did
figured it
I do?
out. Why me? Why me?
Right. Why me? Why are you taking that on me? I love you.
I'm not taking it out.
Help me out here. I need you every Thursday to make sure Mike Walker's up.
I know.
That's the deal.
And
That's
I have
all
been
I
doing
need.
it.
Help
yes.
me out. That's all. And don't laugh and don't make disparaging remarks about Mike's segment.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You know, the good segments, bad segments, doesn't make a difference. You got to have them ready.
Douche.
Mike's not boring. I'm sorry.
No, if you think he's boring, fine, but keep it to yourself. Who cares? I like Mike.
I like Mike,
Mike,
too.
I like you.
Thank you, Howard.
Yeah.
It's Scott the engineer.
No,
you wanna
I like
start
Mike.
investing in.
I'm
Superstar
sorry, but-
Scott the engineer thinks we could be doing something better than you.
Well, look, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Where's
already
my
started
segment?
boring people to death, and
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for that.
All right, Scott, please, I'm begging you. If you could just pay a little bit of attention to me.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right. Fair
That was
enough.
Scott who said I'm boring.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Salem.
Yes, Mike.
With an S.
Yeah, try and get a picture of him in his bathing suit.
Who gives a fuck about Zac Efron?
See an article of me.
All right.
Well,
Instead of hunting Robin in a bathing suit and me,
Yeah, try finding Scott.
get Scott the engineer in a bathing suit.
I don't think you'll find it. Oh, you?
Scott,
Yeah.
Howard thinks you're not taking this seriously.
It's my intern's fault.
Whose fault is it?
I told him it was my fault.
No, wait. Well, why were you laughing at him? And
I wasn't laughing.
All right, to play the gossip.
he said you like snickered.
Go to
What do you want? What do you want?
What do you have?
Get the fuck out of here.
Four stories. One of those.
No,
we got to pick
Scott.
up a fake story.
Why are you laughing?
Maybe I'll let
Why are you laughing?
Scott. No, but why were you laughing?
I wasn't laughing. I was just because he makes it. It's a bit. So I mean, he's angry, but it's a bit.
And-
What do you want?
Why? Yeah, and you
Let
also.
the fucking whole news department come in. Get Brad Driver, get Lisa. Come on, get High Pitch Mike. Bring them all down here. Come on. Even Ralph Howard. We want him in here too.
You called Howard's bluff too.
What do you mean?
Well, you said fine, fire me, and no, but like why would you do that? Why?
Why would they say fire me?
Yeah. You feel that you're not going to get...
He apparently doesn't like what I do, so if he doesn't like it, then,
So do you think maybe you're a little too comfortable?
Me? No, I'm not comfortable. I told you. All right, so if your camera is being worked on and something wrong with it, maybe you can't see me through the lens, and you're working on it, and you were supposed to shoot somebody else, but you can't because it wasn't working, right?
Right. What if you can't see him through the camera? What if you can't see you through the camera for like 20 plus years? What if that problem keeps going over and over?
Who hired you?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question.
You were a comedian. How did you turn into a news ass?
In all fairness,
what do you want?
I want to apologize. I'm sorry.
It's not his fault.
It's not fully my fault, but I do apologize. I should let you know.
I didn't throw him under the bus.
No, I know. You were good about it.
Wow. So really, for once, this may not be your fault.
Well, no, we worked together.
So now you are throwing him under the bus.
No, but he just said we usually work together. I remind him if he forgets, and he reminds me. And today I was busy working on a problem with Robbins News, which my intern can attest to.
Yes.
It slipped my mind. Shut up! Get out! Get out!
Absolutely.
What are you going to be talking about today?
Whatever
You got a new movie, right?
Yeah, I got a new movie.
And anything else that comes up?
Yeah, whatever they want to talk about. I'm here. I'm in Midtown Manhattan. I'm in Howard Stern. What can get cooler than that?
Exactly. And you guys are very like-minded, so it should make for some interesting conversation, right?
I hope so. Thank God for Howard Stern. I'm glad he's on this planet, that's for sure.
Why do you say that?
Well, these days, it's just all bullshit, isn't it? I mean, how many people really just, say what's on their mind and say it without any fear? I mean, he really, really doesn't give a shit. And that's a good thing, Most people have to worry about, geez, if I said that, am I going to have a job tomorrow or, whatever. You could say, well, easy for him to say that now because he does so well, but I remember him back in Detroit when I was a teenager, and he still didn't care then when he had no money. Yeah, so, it's great to have an authentic voice in this country, and there are many of them, but it's good to begin the day with him. So.
Michael Moore's new movie is called Capitalism, A Love Story. Opens today in Los Angeles and New York and October 2nd in theaters everywhere. He's got more Secret Service detail. He gets a lot of death threats.
I was going to say, what is all of that security out there?
Michael Moore's got real security. He doesn't have just a couple of big bouncer-looking dudes.
Right.
He's got Secret Service type security. What's that cost
Are these
you?
guys walking
They're
around
special forces, actually. They're not even Secret Service. They're all Green Berets, ex-Green Berets.
Where do you hire guys like that?
Navy SEALs. The studio actually provides it. It's a company in L.A., and it's for people that have to worry about crap like this.
Do you get a lot of death threats for real?
Well, apparently the studio gets a lot of threats.
But you don't see them?
But they hire these guys because they're worried about the insurance if anything happened to me while I'm sitting here in the studio of the Howard Stern Show.
But do you have problems with situations? I mean, it seems like a terrible way to live. It's almost like being a prisoner in a sense. Who would want to see harm come to you? I mean, I know people disagree with you, but do people want harm to you?
Oh, Howard, geez. I mean,
really?
No, it was 5. If you want to go back to how this started,
but wouldn't it be good for the movie if you got hurt?
Well, yeah, but he wants to make another one.
Right.
No, but
tell me what it goes back
but
to.
I mean, I 5 days into the Iraq War, I won the Oscar, and I stood on the stage there, and I said, "We live in fictitious times."
Yes.
And I was booed off the stage, and the next day, our home was vandalized, manure spread all over everything, signs tacked on the trees, moved to Canada.
Moved to Canada?
Yeah.
That's what they were telling
me. So this is no game you're playing. I mean,
no, and then from that point on, I mean, people would just get. I think what happened is that the Fox News Channel and Limbaugh and O'Reilly and these guys, decided to create a fictional character called Michael Moore and started telling all these lies about me and trying to get their listeners all hepped up that, oh, this guy doesn't like America, he's godless, he's
I hear
this
you
and that.
targeted a lot on there. I watch those channels
constantly,
and you're constantly targeted.
And so what that does is it encourages the less stable who are listening to those or watching those shows.
You think unstable people watch Fox News?
I think there's a few of them.
Right.
And so then when they just see me on the street, they go crazy. I mean, I was walking down the street in Fort Lauderdale. A guy in a business suit walks out of a Starbucks, just sees me on the sidewalk. His face just turns purple.
Because you're the enemy.
Worse than the enemy.
You're
the
a communist
devil. I'm not human.
You know, it's true.
He takes the lid off his Starbucks and he throws hot scalding coffee at my face.
Jesus.
And one of these special forces guys was so quick. He sort of dodged right in front of my face and he took the hit of the coffee. He got second-degree burns. We had to take him to the hospital. But even with the second-degree burns, he takes the guy down on the sidewalk, head right down to the cement, cuffs him. Cops were just a couple blocks away, and
it's an assault. You know, it's funny with you because I was talking to a guy. He says, I'm glad Michael Moore's got to walk around with security. It's good he has to live his life that way because he makes up lies. So I said, okay, fair enough. What lies does he make up? Oh, you saw Fahrenheit, 9/11 or 9/11. I go, yeah. He goes, filled with lies. So I said, okay, what was one of the lies? It was a long time ago. I don't remember. Now, that was his answer to me.
Yeah.
I said, you see, that's the problem. If these guys get on TV and just keep saying over and over again, you're the devil.
And I'm full of lies, then people just repeat it.
And they repeat it.
And they don't go see they don't go see the movie.
Right.
I got so fed up with that with O'Reilly and those guys with Fahrenheit that I offered a $10,000 to the first person that could find a factual lie in my movie. And I've continued that offer now in the last couple films because they can't find one. There isn't a single thing, a factual thing that's ever wrong in my films. Now, the opinions in the film are mine.
Right.
And you may disagree with them. And
the facts are the facts.
The facts are the facts. If I say the sun rises in the east, it rises in the east.
You have fact checkers, you go around.
Oh man, I have a team of fact checkers. Then a bunch of lawyers go through it, then more lawyers go through it, then the insurance company goes through it.
You're probably watched more than, in terms of being vetted, you're probably vetted more than a news show.
Absolutely.
Because you are a target.
But also, it's I don't do it just for that. I do it because I want you to, if I'm giving you a fact, here's a fact. 1 out of every 8 homes now with a mortgage is in delinquency or foreclosure. 1 out of every 8 homes.
And you have to have that fact. Someone's going to bust you if you don't have the right
fact.
And
if I don't have it right, then how can I get you to think about the other things I'm saying about why are 1 out of every 8 homes in foreclosure right now?
Why are people threatened by a guy who says why are all these homes in foreclosure? What is threatening to people about that? And why are all these homes in foreclosure?
Listen, Howard, this is my 20th year as a filmmaker.
Right.
20 years ago this week, Roger Mee was here in New York at the film festival.
Right.
And 20 years ago, I mean, these are the great lies of my career. 20 years ago, I said, General Motors, there's something fucked up about this company.
You were right.
And if things don't change, the rest of you are going to look like Flint, Michigan.
Right.
That's
That's right. Roger and me was the exact message. And people forget that.
Then I said, I don't think there's any weapons of mass destruction over there. I mean, I'm not a weapons inspector. I don't know. But I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think there's weapons of mass destruction.
And you were right. Yeah. And even the President of the United States was bullshitting.
That's right.
So you were telling the truth.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
And 2 years ago, I made a movie about the healthcare thing, and it took 2 years. Now we're in this huge debate, but I was doing it 2 years ago and saying, hey, there's something wrong with the fact that right now, 14,000 people every day, 14,000 today, will lose their health insurance here in this country.
And why is that threatening to people to hear about that?
Well, it's funny because Michael says they attack him and say he doesn't love this country. And these are people who claim to love the country, but they don't necessarily love what it stands for, which is freedom of speech.
Well, no, they don't like when people question it.
But they do.
Right, which is what America's supposed to be about.
Exercising their rights. The rights that are given to us in this Constitution, they claim they would die for. guarantees that he has a right to say whatever he wants to say.
So you're not against capitalism?
I'm against what we have now, what they call capitalism now, is a legalized system of greed. In the old days, the way it used to be, it's, if you worked hard, you would prosper.
Right.
And you were rewarded for your ideas, or maybe you invented the light bulb.
In other words, you like the idea that you write a movie, you go out and work on it for 2 years, and then you make a profit. You like that idea.
Who's against anybody working hard and being rewarded for their hard work, or their ideas, or their inventions?
So when someone on Fox News or one of the people that hates you says he's not a capitalist, you say, I am a capitalist. I'm not against it.
Well, I don't even like to use that word anymore because they've so bastardized the word and what they've done downtown here. They don't make anything anymore. These guys have gotten rich not by producing something, not by coming up with the next internet or the cure for cancer or something. They're making it by moving money around. They make money off money, then they take bets against the money, then they take bets against the bets, then they take out credit default swap insurance. It's totally insane.
I don't even understand the stock market. It seems to me if you know a few people, you somehow get some information and then you can make a couple of bucks. It's almost like legalized gambling, right?
Well, it's exactly what it is. But it's a crazy casino that even many of them can't explain themselves. It's purposely kept confusing. I show this in the movie. I actually go down to the stock exchange and I stand outside the door at closing time and I ask all these guys, can you tell me what a derivative is? Can you tell me what a derivative is? And no, one by one, finally one guy stops. Well, actually, one guy, I said, come on, guys, give me some advice. And one guy says, yeah, don't make any more movies. And but then the next guy says, here, I'll tell you. And so he went and sat down on a bench downtown there, and he tries to explain a derivative to me, and he can't do it. He starts over like 4 different times. It's a crazy system, but what it's done, it's lost a lot of money for people.
Is this why we end up with a Bernie Madoff? Because we don't understand the system, and he says, trust me, I know how to navigate the system. Yeah. He navigates the system and then runs off with all your money.
Very smart people trusted Bernie Madoff.
Right.
He didn't go...
That's what's scary about it.
He didn't go someplace... He didn't go into a poor community and take advantage of the poor.
Right.
He did this with people who were the captains of industry, who were big names in show business.
And do people get in trouble because they're trying to make money with their money, in other words?
Exactly. It's and of course nobody complained when he was giving them those 10 to 20% returns.
Right.
Of course, all he was doing was taking the money from the new people that were investing into his scheme. But nobody complained. Nobody said to us, "Geez,
that's obscene."
The rest of the economy is like sucking right now." But I'm getting 20%. I think I'll just be quiet about this. But then suddenly, when they catch him, they go, "Oh, the horror, the shame of it all." It's Bernie. I'll tell you. I'm actually one of the people that I feel bad for the guy because he's just become the poster boy of a much larger Ponzi scheme here.
Right.
Do
you take the belief that the stock market itself, the way the financial institutions are set up, the guys who give mortgages, is it all one big Ponzi scheme?
That's what I'm at that point now where I believe, and I interview people in the film who actually show how this is essentially a pyramid scheme, that the economy has become Amway, where only a few people can sit on top of the pyramid. But the key is to convince everybody else in the pyramid
that they're invested in it.
And you too can be up here with us. Just keep working hard. Just keep busting your ass. Take a few less benefits at work. You'll be here someday.
So that's the scam you're saying, that maybe less than 1% of the country gets to sit on top of this pyramid scheme.
And that 1% has as much financial wealth as the bottom 95% combined.
Now, you're going to tell us, or people are going to now complain about you and call you a communist and all this, and then 2 years from now, we're going to say, gee, the guy was right, like we did with...
well, this is my appeal.
You've been doing very well.
My appeal to people who are listening, who take that position with me, is... at least this time, give me the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
For 20 years,
I've got some credibility.
I've tried to warn you about a few things.
Right.
Just this time, just go with me on this. You don't have to agree with me about the other stuff, gun control or abortion or any of that. Just forget all that. Just on this. Just trust me that there's a bunch of people, a lot of them in downtown Manhattan, who right now are trying to figure out the next great scheme to take your pension from you, to make you work harder for less money, longer hours, less benefits. And that's, the Dow Jones right now is doing really great.
Are people
as unemployment goes up, the Dow Jones goes
up.
Does
that make any sense?
Because the way the Wall Street looks at it is that well, we're going to make more money if we have to pay less people because employees are your largest expense.
Right.
So they reward a company that gets rid of people because the bottom line initially is going to look really good. But long term, it's fucking stupid because if you lay off all these auto workers, who's going to buy the cars? Who's going to have the money to buy the cars? It's like you've killed your consumers. It's absolutely stupid.
Are you shocked that you have so many haters, that there are so many people after
When you're
you
trying to save everybody.
I mean, don't you think you should be held with some reverence?
Well, no, absolutely no.
I do. I think you're a hero. I
no.
think everything you've done in the films has come true. I'm a big fan, and I don't understand why somebody, especially if you're in the 95% of the people who have nothing, compared to that rarefied air, why would people? Do you think people dislike you because you're bursting the bubble? In other words, you're breaking up their dream that they're going to get to sit on top of the pyramid.
Well, that could be some of it, but if you go into the doctor's office and the doctor says to you,
"You're going to die."
I'm sorry to tell. Well, or you have now you're going to die, but you have cancer. Your first response isn't to leap out of the chair and pummel the doctor
right.
for telling you you've got cancer. It's like, okay, what can we do here?
So why are they pummeling you? You're diagnosing cancer here in this society.
Well, to tell you the truth, it's gotten better, Howard. I mean, yeah, because enough people have seen that, because of what we were told about Iraq, what Bush did, and now what people losing. You'll see in this film, actually, for the first time, Republicans inviting me into their homes to ask me for help. Wow. And I've really seen the change in the last couple of years, and I think the country's seen the change. I think that's why Obama got elected. I mean, there has been a shift.
You backed Obama early on. I mean, really early on, before Hillary Clinton, everything, all that other stuff.
Correct. Yes.
Has he been in touch with you at all?
I've never spoken to the man.
Never.
No.
He never thanked you for your endorsement. I mean,
I don't want thanks.
But you carry political weight, and the fact of the matter is, it might have been nice to get a call from the guy. I mean, you were very vocal about it.
I did get an invitation to the inaugural.
Are you disappointed in your president?
Go.
Are you happy with the president?
No, I'm not. Well, I'm right now. For me, the jury is out. I mean, listen, the guy's only been in there 8 or 9 months.
Give him a chance.
He inherited a catastrophe.
Right.
I mean, this is like this huge mess is left behind. I mean, what's a black friend of mine was saying, this is typical white people make this big mess, bring the black guy in to clean it up. And
but you know what's funny? When I know the president got in touch with Scarlett Johansson, they were blackberrying each other.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
Let's pause for a moment and consider why he's contacted her and not me.
Let's think about it. What do you think it is?
Well, we can't go to commercial break on Sirius here, so.
Did you ever say to yourself, listen, I'm a talented guy. I know how to make films.
Yeah.
Screw this documentary stuff where I rile everyone up. Why not write a script like every one of these other maniacs? I try to rent a movie on demand. You can't even find a good movie. Why not write a script and make a regular movie like a Batman, Spider-Man, and then you'll sit there and you'll count your money and you won't even have to put up with all this crap.
I have written a screenplay.
You have?
Yes, and at the end of this movie, I say in the movie that I'm tired of being out here on the limb by myself. I'm tired of doing this alone.
You feel like a martyr?
I don't feel like a martyr, but I'm just saying that if we're going to call this a democracy, everybody off the bench. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to participate.
Somebody pick up where I left off.
Everybody pick up.
Right.
So next time when there's a George W. Bush and you Google Bush and Nemesis, my picture doesn't come up.
Right.
I want 5,000 pictures to come up. I want 5 million pictures to come up. So I say at the end of the movie, if this doesn't happen, if people are just going to sit and watch Dancing with the Stars and not do anything about this, I've got other things to do. And
so you will become a regular filmmaker in the sense with a story, and you'll direct actors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but if people, I'm going to do that anyways. But if I really see a movement of people to get involved and not just sit back, I'll keep making these documentaries. I mean, I've got other films I'd like to make, but I
can't see you making a film like with Jennifer Aniston where she falls in love with a guy who's a simple love
romantic
story.
comedy.
Funny, that's exactly what the screenplay is about.
Really? It's a love story.
It's about Jennifer Aniston falling in love with me.
I like that. Now, I would watch that.
Now, can you get Jennifer Aniston?
Beauty and the Beast.
Have you actually approached her on this?
No. I've
what kind of screenplay are you working on that's not anything to do with politics? politics or the country's illnesses or anything like
It's
that?
I don't want to talk
Comedy?
about it. Well, I would say
Is
comedy.
it a-
Yeah,
is it a comedy?
yeah. I'd
Okay,
say
all right.
there's comedic elements.
Why not?
Bennett Cerf. Next, Dorothy Kilgowan.
The Ben Surf story. What about the fact that, and I don't know that this is a fact. You
Yeah.
have to clear this up for me.
Yeah.
I heard a report,
Yeah,
and maybe you heard me talking about it.
yeah.
That you have a limo, but you will park the limo 2 blocks
Right,
from
right.
wherever it is you have to be, and then you'll walk to be seen as a man of the people. Are these your enemies against spreading rumors, or is it really true?
It's once again a distortion of you take a kernel of truth and then you expand it to the distortion. The truth is, yes, I have the limo, but in the limo,
Right.
I'm not in the limo.
Right.
My Pilates instructor's in the limo, my masseuse, my life coach,
Right.
and then I run behind the limo for extra because I don't know.
Would you actually ride in a limo? I would think you're against these gas guzzling kind of cars.
Well, yeah, no, I try. Yes,
a
in
bourgeois sign.
fact, I drive a. Well, I don't know how gas guzzling this is. I drive a Chrysler minivan.
Oh,
so,
okay. All right.
It's 5 years old, so it's it's got 100,000 miles on it. But no, I mean,
what brought you here today? Did you arrive in a limo?
No, a van.
A van.
Yeah, there's a van parked outside here.
I mean, poor you. You can't even enjoy some of your success because people will perceive it that you're.
Yeah, but I don't know. Limos are kind of when you're 6'2". Those things are like to crawl in there and.
I wouldn't know. I would never use one. I find it a decadent sign of.
But I do. I mean, I do.
Elitist, yes. So now, let me understand also.
Yeah.
The last time you were here, you told me you're losing the weight.
Yeah.
You were going to get in shape.
Yep.
This is it, your personal thing.
And now you're looking at the result.
Yeah. Now,
Well, halfway.
have you lost the weight?
I've lost 70 pounds since Christmas.
Wow.
Impressive.
And I've got another 60, 70 to go.
How are you doing? You doing this new thing where you put something behind your ear and you rub it?
No, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. I read this book, this Dr. Pritikin, like back in
Pritikin
the
diet, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's really very simple. I eat actually a lot of carbs.
Right.
That this is kind of the misnomer of carbs are bad because the carbs we got used to as Americans, white bread and potato chips and stuff like that, isn't good for you. But actually, if you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, it turns out that's actually good for you.
Yes. Gee, there's a new thought. Yeah.
So, and then I bought one of those elliptical machines, where
You sit,
The cross trainer.
cross trainer. Yeah, it's so you don't pound on your feet and knees.
do you hate all this exercise? It's not you.
No, because I usually do it watching the news, or I put an iPod.
And how many? What are you doing? 30 minutes?
I do 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night.
Very
Yeah.
good.
So I get
Oh,
up
this
in the
is
morning, 30 minutes. Yeah, everybody's got 30 minutes, right?
So what is your life like? I mean, is that it? You get up, you exercise, you live a normal life, huh?
Yeah, and I live a normal life. I live in northern Michigan.
Still?
Yeah,
With
still
the
live
wife?
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
sex good?
Yeah. It's funny about Fox News. I'm actually a very conservative person.
Yeah.
I've been with the same woman for 30 years.
You would be someone they worship.
All of the pundits, however, probably have different backgrounds.
We wouldn't let our daughter have a TV in her bedroom. She had to come out and sit with the family. We're very conservative.
Right. Family
people.
values.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oddly enough, I think that's one of those things that was stolen. And in this movie, I never talk religion or any of that.
Right.
I'm not a proselytizer. It's a very private thing. But in this movie, I go and interview the priest who married my wife and me, and I ask him. I said, "Do you think the current form of capitalism, what is going on in Wall Street now, is a sin?" And he said, "Yes, it is." And
It's greed, right?
It's greed.
Okay.
And I went to the next priest, and he said the same thing. And essentially, the Pope has said that this Jesus was very clear about if you don't help the poor, you're not getting into heaven. And so I talk about this in this movie
Because it seems like the religious right isn't really following that.
No,
That
rule.
tenet.
Absolutely
No, but
no. And
you
I feel
see-
like they've hijacked Jesus, and so I took an old.
But they painted this new movie to be anti-capitalist. The fact of the matter is, you're saying clean up capitalism. That you're okay with it. You think hard work deserves to be paid for, but all the trickery and all of this disguising of making interest and all this stuff, it's being run by guys who are scamming.
Right.
The
And
world.
now that they've defined capitalism this way, I'm against that. I'm against a system that doesn't give everyone a fair shot.
So where
and
do
right
you
now,
invest your
there
money?
is no fair shot.
Where do you invest your money?
I don't have a single share of stock in anything.
But
I don't.
what do you? In other words, your last movie made millions of dollars. I read you made something like $24 million.
No, I know that's so crazy.
Isn't that?
No. Oh, I'm a documentary filmmaker. I mean, I do well.
But
obviously,
your films,
but No. I do well. I yes. And
so you're worth several million dollars. Is that fair to say?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No?
No, I
I'm
would
wrong.
not say. Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Your net worth is over $1 million.
Well, probably if you count the value of the house and everything, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So where do you invest when you have you must have a few dollars somewhere? Where do you put it? I mean,
what are the solutions you offer in this film? Do you
It's
offer
in a
solutions?
savings account.
It's in a savings account.
It's in a savings account.
And that's what you would tell people to do with their money?
Like 1% interest.
Can I talk you into investing in a strip club? Are you against that? So.
But are there solutions offered in this film, or is it just?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But aren't you tempted to put this money?
What money? He says there's money.
No, he has money.
No, because I don't think I should make my money off money. I should make my money off the next film, off my next idea, off my hard labor, my sweat, and whatever. That is where the money should be made. And that's why we're not going to get the next internet invention, because the young people coming up are being taught, and I show this in the film, the number one job now for students graduate from Harvard, MIT, Duke, the top brains.
Wharton School of Business.
They go to Wall Street.
They do.
They don't. And I'm telling you this. I mean, they're hiring physicists. Wall Street is. They're hiring engineers, mathematicians, because they want the top brains trying to figure out all these derivatives and all these new schemes and scams. And instead, so when they take those brains, we don't get the next cure for something we need to find a cure for.
Because they're going into investment banking.
Yeah, we don't get to figure out how we're going to survive without oil. Where's the next alternative energy source? Or why the fuck don't we have a bullet train? The Japanese have had this for 40 years. They don't need a bullet train. They live on a little island. We live on a huge country. Howard, if we had a bullet train in this country, we could get from New York to L.A. in 10 hours on the ground.
You are making a very good point. I know for a fact that you're telling the truth. I know some kids who are brilliant kids who go to Wharton School of Business and a couple of these other institutes, Penn, all this stuff. All they want to do is be investment bankers.
Yeah,
you are absolutely right.
No,
they never say I want to go invent something or make something. They want this investment banking job.
They want the lifestyle.
Right. And here's what's so sad. Here's what's so sad about this. You and I are the same age. We're born the same year.
Right.
And the year after we're born, Dr. Salk, Jonas Salk, invented the cure for polio.
That's right.
And our parents, when we were born, were very scared about this because so many kids were getting polio. He invents this. He finds the cure for polio, and then he announces that he's not going to patent it. He just gives it away for free.
That's right.
Gives it away for free. And I have a clip in the film of Edward R. Murrow saying to him, "What, are you crazy? Why don't you patent this?" And Dr. Salk says to him, "Well, would you patent the sun?" I mean, this is for everyone. I mean, the absolute selflessness of this. He could have been a multi-millionaire, but it was more important for him to do something for the common good.
And you're saying there's no patriots like that anymore?
It's rare. When
There's
do you
no
see that?
Citizens of the world like that anymore. That was a world.
And look at a scumbag like me. I tried to patent the sun. Did you know that? I tried to patent on the sun. I was going to start licensing sunlight.
But speaking of you as a scumbag, Howard,
and thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for recognizing him.
I was listening to you out there talking about how you don't give a fuck about anybody. You make as much money, and I'm not for. You said I'm not
about me.
I'm not for.
Money.
Yeah, well, I'd say I'm not for. You said I'm not for the collective, but I'm sitting out there with your staff and your crew.
Yes.
And the truth is, listeners, that this man takes very good care of everyone here.
Not Benji. He'll tell you himself.
Well, but he's here on a work release program.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but everyone else, I mean, they have health benefits here. They get paid well. And when the big merger took place between XM and Sirius, how many people from this show got laid off in the merger? None.
None. Not on the show.
They're all
absolutely.
They're all here. So Howard, my
I take care of the collective.
Socialist friend.
Right.
You actually are about the people. And here's my guess about you. All right, from having followed you since when I first heard you in Detroit when you were on WWWW.
And thank you for being my only listener. There. It was pretty bad. It was pretty dismal.
But you got kicked kicked off one show after the other because they would come in here and say, "What about the advertisers? We're losing advertisers. We're losing money."
I didn't care about the money,
and you didn't care about the money.
No,
you didn't. And people haven't seen Howard's, there's a movie on this, or your book and Private Parts. You get the whole thing's laid
you're
out
right.
there.
I had
you went
some
right
integrity.
up against WNBC, owned by RCA at the time, then GE.
No, I didn't sell out. I'll give that to myself.
Never.
And I never said I need the money. I'm gonna,
Right, and so the only reason you have the money now is because me and millions of people make the choice, the free choice of listening to you every morning. And so you have never put a gun in anyone's back and to get them to buy into Sirius Radio. I've never taken anyone to the ticket booth.
No, that's true.
Buy a ticket.
By the way, I want to say you spoke out about something that I agree with. And I haven't heard many people talk about this except for you and me. When Madonna was adopting this kid, wanted to take this kid out of an orphanage, I still can't understand why people complain about this. In other words, I see a trapped little girl sitting in an orphanage. Parents don't want her. No one wants her. Suddenly Madonna gets interested. Everyone's interested in the kid. But the kid could have died in this orphanage, was probably dying.
Right.
So she adopted a kid, and the whole world was screaming and yelling. What is that? Why is that? Why would somebody be against someone adopting someone?
Because
I don't get it.
Because she's off the rail. The rail of the last 20 years, Howard, is about me, myself, and I.
Right.
And that's why I get asked the question, why are you making a movie about this when you're doing well yourself? I get asked this all day long. And I'm saying, well, that question right there reveals what you believe should be the norm, which is if you do well, fuck everybody else.
Right.
And so here's Madonna, who really doesn't have to do this.
No, she doesn't need aggravation.
And plus, and forget about the money and everything. I mean, here's a woman who's approaching at that point 50 years old.
Right.
Who, anybody here at 50 want to start a new family?
Hell no.
It's a lot of work.
You're not kidding.
And the fact that she would be willing to do that. And then when I saw this abuse that was heaped on her, I just thought, wow, we've become such a cruel people that we can't even recognize good anymore.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I can't even see the downside.
When I was
of this.
trying to raise money for Eritrea, there were plenty of people who called in and said, "Hey, we got problems right here." I was like, if you saw the problems in Eritrea,
Right.
they pale in comparison.
Right.
Our problems to those people. You have to have some ability to say, even though I'm suffering or struggling, there's somebody who's suffering more than me.
And I'm afraid not. Like if we did have somebody say that, like Dr. Salk, who found the cure for cancer.
Yeah.
And then he went on TV and said, I'm giving this away for free. The pharmaceutical companies
They'd lock
can't make
him
any.
up.
They'd think he was crazy. They would think he was crazy.
That would be the end of him.
And because of that, because everybody knows that, nobody wants to be seen as crazy.
Right.
So there's no incentive for anyone to actually invent the next great thing or find that cure or do what's best for the society.
right.
Well, that's why it's big news now when somebody finds a suitcase with $25,000 in it and they turn it in. That makes the news because that's not the norm.
Michael Moore's
to
film
just take the money.
is called Capitalism, a love story. It opens today in Los Angeles and New York and October 2nd in theaters everywhere. You want to take a couple of calls?
Sure, I would love
All right,
it.
let's see what happens. Ken, go ahead. You're on the air.
Got a question for you, Michael, but first I just want to thank you. You're probably one of the greatest living patriots out there. And every one of your films is worth revisiting, and I'm proud to own them all.
Oh, thank you.
How would you, if you can, collectively rate the intelligence and overall engagement of Americans? And as they say in public radio, I'll be happy to take your comments off the air.
All right. So how do you rate the
average intelligence?
Are we stupid as a people? What's going on here?
We've had a stupidity sort of enforced upon us. I mean, our school systems suck beyond belief at this point. It's really sad. We don't fund them properly. We don't make it a priority. And we've turned out into the world 40 million functional illiterates now, adults, who cannot read and write above a fourth grade level. There's probably another 40 or 50 million more who can read and write at a fourth grade level, but can't comprehend it.
Is that the school's fault or the parents' fault?
It's both. It's parents, but the parents. The way I look at it is, our parents weren't like that. But our parents were. I think your dad went to work and was home at 5.
Yeah.
Your mom didn't have to work.
Right.
When you were growing up.
That's true.
Now both parents have to work. In fact, we have 3 income families now. Both parents and the teenager goes to work, puts the money into the kitty, and people are working longer hours. Nobody's home at 5. Parents get home at 6, 7, 8 o'clock.
There's no family dinner. There's no.
Maybe
Right. All
maybe
that's
society
gone.
doesn't care, though, in a way, in the sense that, like, I talked to my father about this. My father grew up very poor, this kind of thing, and in fact, education wasn't even coveted, really. Everyone said, go get a job.
Right.
And he just sort of knew, because society said, hey, if you go to school, you might do well.
Right.
So he stayed in school against everyone's wishes. But, you know, maybe you're making a point. Like, since we kind of just say money's the thing, so people might even say, well, why go to fucking school? Let's just get right out and start working
Let's get
ourselves.
out
I don't know.
there.
Maybe education's not all that valuable.
Right, but you know, they've gotten rid of civics classes. We don't teach democracy anymore, and we are turning out generation after generation of people who are fairly ignorant about what's going on. I have this little thing that's, you know, we're watching daily newspapers die all across the country.
Yeah, it's freaky.
Well, another year or two, there may be literally no daily newspaper in print.
Not even the New York Times.
Not even the New York Times. And the papers are going, geez, why is this happening? And I said to an editor here last week, I said, well, maybe it's because in the 17 elections between 1940 and 2004, the majority of newspapers in this country endorsed the Republican candidate for president 14 of the 17 times. That means you, the newspapers, endorse the party that wants to dismantle the Department of Education, wants education to be on the lowest rung of the ladder. You want to bust the teachers union. Is it any wonder then that we now have these 40 million functional illiterates? In other words, your readership can't read your paper. So that's why they've had to dumb. That's why I mean, it would be like General Motors saying, "Let's get rid of driver ed." You know, it's like they've slit their own throats by creating an ignorant public. And they wonder.
Well, it sounds like the dumbing is starting from the top. Then people don't
Yes.
even see the big picture.
All right,
That's
Ryan,
correct.
you're on the air with Michael Moore. The new film Capitalism, a Love Story, opens today in Los Angeles and New York. Go ahead.
Good morning, Howard. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
A side note, I'm an Iraq vet. I'm very proud of my service and what I've done to help the people of Iraq. To go back to what you said about you're tired of being the only one with a voice of opposition, wouldn't you agree that there is now a conservative movement in this country to stop all the government spending and throwing money at Wall Street and adding fuel to the fire, basically?
Are the conservatives trying to stop all of the waste?
There are many conservatives who are doing this, and I think this is a great. I mean, a lot of liberals, they don't like seeing conservatives getting out there and doing this, but I think it's good that they're participating in the political process. Even if I don't necessarily agree with how I would solve the problem, they wouldn't be the way they would solve it. But it's good that people, regardless of their political stripe, realize we're all in the same boat together, and we
Right.
sink or swim together.
Were you for those bailouts?
No, no, absolutely not, and not for GM either. I mean,
Really?
I wasn't for just handing over money. Why didn't they do what they did? Remember back in the 80s when the savings and loan scandal?
Yes.
What the government did was it went in and it took receivership of all these savings and loans. It just took them over, and then they spent the next year sorting it out. Okay, these ones aren't any good, you close down. These ones are strong, you stay open, and then they turned it back over to everybody, and that worked. This time, they just wrote a blank check. They just said, here's $700 billion. Oh, by the way, we'll print another $1 trillion of money that we don't really have in the economy. We'll just print that for you. And they didn't have to, the banks didn't have to say what they were going to do with the money. There was no plan to pay it back. It was just a blank check. And what was so fucked up about this is that these banks, these financial institutions, they lost the people's money. They lost people's 401ks. They lost people's pensions with all their crazy casino betting that they were doing. And then after they lost the money, they say, hey, give us some more money. I mean, every one of us,
It's criminal, isn't it?
It's criminal. Every one of us has a crazy brother-in-law or uncle in the family that doesn't know how to spend money and keeps coming to you for a loan. And at some point, you got to just cut them off. They're the crazy uncle that came to us for the loan. And we go, oh, sure. In fact, here's a blank check. You fill in the amount.
So you
Take what
agree with a
need.
lot of Republicans on this. You're not just one-sided. You
Absolutely. No, and in this film, I go after Democrats who are essentially benefiting nicely from the banking industry.
That's right. Chris, go ahead. You're on in Albany.
Hey, Mr. Moore. How's it going today?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, thanks. I just want to say, it really appalls me that people would throw hot coffee in your face and stuff like that. You're trying to tell a good story. I think you do a good job of it. I think you challenge people to think, and I think they're afraid of that.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. The same way I don't get Madonna being chastised for trying to adopt a kid who's starving somewhere in the world.
Yeah, but once again, there's a
get
lot of redirect and spinning that goes on in the public dialogue today that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, listen, go see.
I'd like to hear.
Yes, go ahead.
I'd like to hear what that shithead Scott DePace has to say. And I know he's going to insult me and stuff.
Well, Scott, who's our director, he doesn't like. He's very into
Very
Rush Limbaugh.
No, I know.
Yeah, you know him.
I've met him here. Yeah,
He's not a big fan of yours.
No, I know, and you guys are very generous to him too. How you take him in and give him comfort.
Sure,
and,
why not?
I earn it all, Michael.
And see, they don't even let him in the studio. It's just a voice. It's a voice from the cage that they keep him in.
Yeah, right. Can't let him out.
He's like your petting zoo here.
He's a tough guy. Well, listen, you're doing great. You're doing great work.
We're not doing great, but you're doing
You're
great.
doing great.
The country's in a mess.
We don't point out anything, but
we can turn this around, though. I'm really an optimist
You think
about
so?
this. Absolutely, we're Americans. Come on.
You don't think it's the end of our era?
No, it doesn't have to be.
And
I think we could be great again. You
Absolutely.
think we could be the number one?
But let's be great for all the right things. Like you mentioned in Africa there's 1 billion people today who don't have clean drinking water.
Right. We could help them.
With 2 months of spending of the Iraq War, we could dig enough wells to provide clean drinking water for virtually all the people who don't have it. And what I'd like to do is have us dig those wells, and then I want a plaque put on every well throughout the third world.
God bless America.
Brought to you by your friends of the United States of America.
And that would probably prevent a lot of wars in the future.
If a poor kid growing up in the third world sees that plaque and knows that his little sister got to live and the family got to thrive simply because they could drink water.
This man is correct. I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you how that works. My father grew up poor, and the Salvation Army used to help him out. When I was a little kid growing up, my father would always donate something to Salvation Army. So I didn't know what Salvation Army meant, but I knew it was good because my father said they helped me when I was poor and I had nothing. So as I was a teenager, I used to stand out there, ring the bell, dress up in a Santa Claus outfit. Can you imagine
You
me?
were that guy?
Yeah, it was me. And I'd sit there.
Gawky Santa.
Yeah, gawky Santa, they called me.
Jewish Santa.
Jewish Santa. Big Jewy nose, a whole thing. They said, that's the
dark
Jewiest
hair
Santa.
coming out from under the red cap.
They say, I've never seen such a Jewy Santa. And
When
who
did
knew?
Santa become Jewish?
They called me Santa Hebe. It was so disgraceful, the anti-Semitism. But anyway, so I would stand there with the Salvation Army and ring the bell, collect the money, and give it to the Salvation Army. And, to this day,
have
I
a
love
good
the Salvation
feeling
Army.
about them, yes.
And so when Michael Moore says, if you built these water things in Africa where people have no water, they brought to you by your friends in America, you would have such goodwill.
We had that at
That's how
one
the Taliban
time.
We did have
We
that.
had that
we
at
had
one
that.
time.
We rebuilt Europe after the war.
And we were so loved.
That's right. We were. And in fact, and I show in this film, after Roosevelt died, his people in his administration went over to Europe and they rewrote the constitutions for Germany and Italy, and then they went to Japan. And in the constitutions in Germany, they put in things like everybody has a right to health care. Everybody has a right to join a union if they want. Everybody has in Italy, they had a amendment in there in 1947. Women have equal rights. We still don't have that in our Constitution.
Right.
I mean, but we did this.
It all filters down.
Yes, but we deserve this for ourselves.
We do.
We should treat each other better, and I think when we treat the world better too, we're going to be loved again. And I do believe, Howard, we can come out of this mess that we're in, but we just have to have that resolve to we're in this together, and let's have a system where the few don't benefit at the expense of the many. And if we had democracy in our economy,
it's a tricky thing. We think, listen, you've pointed out some things about how scary this is, that these financial guys, we take our money, we try to get in the game, we try to invest in stocks, we get sucked into this thinking, wow, I might get some interest on the money I earn. I can stay ahead of the economy. So we all get sucked into this, don't we? I mean, we think it's a good thing, but we don't know
what the average guy never played the stock market. He was the guy who put his money in the bank bank, and his retirement came from whatever he could save. And it was a major push by the government and industry to say, hey, there's something called a 401k.
That's right. You remember, those
everybody
that-
should be in the stock market.
Those did not exist.
Yeah.
Before 1980, they didn't exist. When you and I were growing up, your dad, my dad, whatever they put into their pension plan was called a defined pension plan. It means it couldn't be touched, couldn't be gambled with. But before 1980, that's the way it was. When we were growing up, anybody in your neighborhood have a credit card?
No.
I mean, I remember a guy, I thought one of the dads had a Shell card for gas, and a couple of the moms had a J.C. Penney card, or a Macy's card. That was it. There wasn't like $10,000 of credit card debt. And when you and I were of college age, not that I don't know if you went or not,
I went,
but you didn't go to a private bank to take out a loan for the next 20 years to go to school. There was something called the Financial Aid Office. Right. And you walked in there and you got work study. You worked in the cafeteria or the library.
So things have changed for the worse, is what you're pointing out.
Well, much worse, because the beast that this thing has become, this thing they call capitalism, which, by the way, they're the biggest lovers of socialism, because as soon as they're out of money, they want us to give them welfare.
Right.
But those things didn't exist. And they keep looking for ways to suck money out of us. And now the worst thing is they convince people to put their money for their old age into these 401ks, which have now vaporized. Vaporized in the last year. And I can't tell you how many people.
In other words, Bernie Madoff was able to get into people's pensions because of these rules, these setting up your own pension. You give your money to the so-called expert. The expert loses it. And as you point out, many times the experts then are into socialism. They want a bailout.
They want the bailout.
Yeah, it wasn't only Bernie Madoff. You know,
No, I'm not using him as an example.
He's just the poster
He
boy
was
for
just-
this.
Yeah.
All right, look, I've learned a lot. I hear what you're saying. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should go do something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Maybe we all need to get more involved, pay more attention.
All right.
And in your
Not
own...
me, because I'm very busy with my show business career, but there are other people out there who can certainly pick up the mantle.
Well, or
You're not doing anything.
or other bosses could follow your example, and when you go through hard times, you don't lay off people here. You know, when you have a merger, you don't lay off people. No. You make sure people have health care and dental care and these things here. Right. So if
right.
people followed your example.
I think what you're trying to say in this new movie is more people should be like me. Howard Stern. Yes.
You or Jesus. I'll accept either answer.
I'll take either one. All right, listen. Everybody go see Capitalism: A Love Story. I will see it, and I will learn something.
Yes, and you'll laugh your ass off. I'm telling you, if you have been messed up by this last year and you just want to go have a good laugh at the expense of all these idiots who fucked up this economy, this is your movie.
You screw with the idiots.
Yeah, I actually commandeered a Brinks truck here in Midtown Manhattan and drove it down to Wall Street. Literally, drove it down there, and I backed it up right there on Broad Street down there, and I right up onto the doors of AIG. And I hopped out with these big money bags, and I said, I'm here to take the money back to the American people, and I wouldn't leave. And then I tried to do a citizen's arrest of the chairman of both Goldman Sachs and AIG.
How'd that go?
And not well. The real police showed up.
Yeah.
And as soon as they showed up, I said, oh, good. I'm glad you're here, because I didn't really want to do this. Would you go upstairs and arrest these bastards? And
they wouldn't make a citizen's arrest?
Well, no. What happened was I then went outside and I took this crime scene tape, the yellow crime scene tape, and I went and I wrapped the entire New York Stock Exchange with it. And the cops come out and they're going, and I'm thinking, oh shit, man, they're going to take me down, for sure. No matter how many special forces guys I got with me, I'm going down for this. And there's the cops getting close to me, and the camera's behind my head, and so they can't see what I'm saying. I say to the cops, hey guys, listen, it's okay. I'm just doing this for comedy. I'll be out of here in a second. I'll clean up the mess.
In a way,
and the cop says to me, it's okay, Mike. These guys inside this building, they've stolen $1 billion of our New York City police pension fund.
He was for you.
You just stay as long as you want. Yeah. And
in a way, aren't you the original Sacha Baron Cohen? You're going around doing these stunts and putting a camera on it and, carrying on. There is humor in this.
There's a lot of humor. And
well, there you go.
So, you'll have a great time at this movie. It's no boring economics lesson. It's one for the average working Joe out there.
Well, I love seeing you. I'm glad when you drop by. It's a lot of fun.
I know it is. Thanks so much, Howard. I'm
Capitalism: A Love Story. Here. All right, we'll go see it.
Great interview, by the way. You were great today.
Oh, thanks.
Really great.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
Michael, how'd it go in there today?
Yeah, it's great. It was great. They've all signed up for the Communist Party, and all of you are getting a big wage increase starting on Friday. So, congratulations.
Now, what do you like about doing Howard's show? Because it's got to be very different than everything else.
Yeah, you're completely relaxed. You can be yourself. There's no rush to commercial break. There's no boss somewhere, making the host nervous because you're saying something. How many shows will I be on this week where I could make that statement?
Probably none, right?
Other than Martha Stewart, that's the only one I can think of, and I'll be on her later today. But I think I have to clean up my language a little bit.
So you had a good time today?
Had a great time.
Great. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Without investment, you wouldn't be able to make your movies, right?
Really, you think if I was in France, I wouldn't be able to make my movies, or Sweden, or
They don't have a stock market there. They don't have.
Actually, no. What they do have is they have a film fund for independent filmmakers and documentary filmmakers. And instead of there being one Michael Moore, there'd be 500 Michael Moores. And I like that system better than just than me on top of the heap.
I like capitalism. I'm happy.
No, because you want to do well.
Yeah.
But you do well because you're here every morning.
Yeah.
At 4 in the morning.
I'm not saying, but just because someone's an investment banker doesn't mean that they're not working for their money.
What are they creating for the society that make it better for us?
Well, do you think entertainers? Let me ask you this.
What are they doing? Yeah.
Well, do you think entertainers are overpaid?
Well, I think that they are able to.
The amount of work that they do.
It's not about for the amount of work; it's the amount of money they generate. If somebody, that's why the same thing with sports guys. They're paid all this money. Well, yeah, without them, the owners wouldn't be making millions and billions. So yes, the football player
you're just always against the big guy, though. You're always. A lot of these teams don't make a lot of money. The owners don't make a lot.
Oh, and you're talking about the NFL?
Yeah,
it's actually one of the best leagues in
baseball. How about baseball?
Baseball. Well, the problem with baseball and probably hockey too is that they've allowed too many teams. They've depleted the talent pool. And so you don't have, but why are they doing that? Because they want to get into the next market. Get into the next market. Okay, our team will suck here, but the Yankees will come to town 3 times a year and we'll be okay.
Do you want to break this up?
Well, Scott was telling me how he's going to collect $150,000.
Oh, well, have you ever answered that Michael Moore, the 51 deceits or whatever? And because I know some of them to be true, but
he sent me an email.
Yeah, I know that one that goes around.
So you were saying that if anybody can prove it, I said to him, but all of those, that's a good money. I'll go in half with you.
See, the problem I think where you get off is it's not like a direct lie. It's more like creative editing and things like that.
It's not a direct lie. He just said it. Yeah,
but you know what it is.
Because I don't lie.
It's
because
creative,
everything.
It's creative editing, which tells.
It's not creative editing. It's I take the fact.
Yeah.
And then I use the fact to express my opinion. So the fact that 1 in 8 homes are in foreclosure or delinquency, I will then, as I give you that fact, tell you what I think about it.
So that, now, right, I know no stats at all. I'm just what's the normal rate of delinquency? There must be a normal rate. It's sort of inflated if you just say the delinquency. Because I know where I live, there's not 1 out of 8 people are going bankrupt or losing their houses. Maybe they missed a payment. So that's delinquency.
When you hear me say that there's a foreclosure filing once every 7.5 seconds,
there's a lot of houses in America.
Dude, come on now.
There's a person taking a shit right now, and now, and now, and they just did it again. There's a lot of
14,000 people lose their health insurance every day right now. Every day. What do you think?
Probably 12,000 people are losing their jobs every day. So
that doesn't bother you?
I'm not saying it's good. We should fix it, but
how should we fix it using your Republican capitalism kind of method?
Oh God!
How do we put those 12,000 back to work and the 14,000 don't have health insurance?
I think capitalism. You lower taxes. You create incentives to make more jobs.
Yeah, we lowered taxes. We cut when Reagan came in. Taxes got cut in half.
And look at what the economy did. The economy was great.
No, the economy got great when Clinton was president. The 80s, if you're from Flint, or when he was in Detroit.
You guys need a show.
The car companies didn't exactly do well under Clinton.
It's the Mike and Scott Show with Mike and Scott.
Way to disagree, but agree
Thanks
to
for having me here. I really appreciate it.
We do.
We're both Americans.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
we are in the same boat.
Absolutely.
Right?
You
just stay in the back of the boat. And
your boat's bigger than mine, but yes.
Just let me steer your boat, and I'll take you to the promised land.
All right. Good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
Well, I've just come out of talking to Howard, and now I'd like to share a trailer from my new movie that's opening now across the country. It'll be in every theater on October 2nd. And in this trailer, I decided to commandeer a Brinks truck, and I head down to Wall Street to get all that bailout money back for you and me.
Right, the following superfans are true superfans. They have gone through the mill, Robin.
Okay.
They were all part of Mutt's Superfan Roundtable show. They had to compete against other superfans in order to get here on the final destination to find out who the true superfan of the year is. Let me introduce you to Matt, Steve, and Gina. Hello, everyone.
Morning.
Hi.
Morning. Anybody have any nerves? Matt, how are your nerves? Why am I not hearing you? Once again, I have screwed up. All right, go ahead. Why am I not... talk about your nerves. Are you nervous?
You know what? I was nervous walking in here, like outside, walking into the building, but once I got inside, everyone was so cool. Like Adi and Gary came into the green room, talked to us. Adi gave us a DVD, signed it.
Matt's from Boston, I take it, when you say Adi?
Yes.
All right. Steve, what about you? How are the nerves?
Doing pretty good.
You're all right. Not,
absolutely.
Not a big deal to be on the radio.
Yeah, it's old hat.
Okay. Gina, what about you? Hi.
Hi. Nerves are shot.
Nerves are shot. A little bit
Done.
nervous.
Yeah.
Try to stay calm. This is a big deal. This is for $5,000. Matt, what do you do for a living? Are you independently wealthy, or could you use $5,000?
I could use $5,000. I own a snack distribution business for Utz potato chips.
Oh, nice. I hear you guys make a pretty good living.
Yeah, it goes good.
Yeah.
It's all gluten free too, Robin. All the chips are gluten free.
Yeah, I like the unsalted Utz.
Yeah, they're very
Robin
good.
does not eat salt unless she's in France.
And I got a baby on the way.
Salt in France. even.
On your French fries?
They do not salt the French fries
All
in
right.
France. I keep telling you that.
Good for you, Robin. Matt, I wish you luck today. Steve, I'll get back to you in a minute. Steve, what about you? What kind of living do you make?
I'm a photographer. I run 2 moto photos in Jersey. So portrait photography, digital imaging, that sort of thing.
$5,000, that would come in handy.
Yeah.
What would you use the money for if you win?
Buy somebody an iron lung or
All right.
kids on vacation, something to that
Gina,
effect.
what about you?
I'm a human resources consultant. Business.
You make a lot of money?
Not in this economy.
$5,000 is going to be a nice little prize.
Gonna help a whole lot.
I want to thank our friends at Beck's Beer for the $5,000 prize, and let's find out a little bit about our competitors. Matt, you went on Mutt Show how many months ago?
It was like a month ago, and I got on against another guy, and I kind of lucked out because the other guy got a bunch wrong, and I got like 4 right.
I see. So you did okay.
Yeah, I good enough to win.
Good enough to win and be qualified for this Superfan contest.
Yep.
All right. And make sure you keep an eye on Steve. He's staring at me like a mental patient. All right. All right. Matt, listen to me. You have... It's all right, Steve. You can stare at me. Believe me. When I look in the mirror, I stare at it, too. How long you been a fan of the Howard Stern Show?
My father used to tape the Channel 9 show in the early 90s. That was the first time I was really aware of you.
Right.
And when you came on BCN in Boston, probably around 94, I started listening to you then.
So anything before 94, you're probably a little shaky on.
Most likely, but I mean, a lot of stuff you have talked about over the past 10 years, so, you know.
Steve, when you hear a guy started listening in 94, what does that indicate to you? Is he an easy opponent?
I laugh at him.
You do. When did you start listening?
I've actually been listening since NBC.
NBC years, wow.
Literally in the past 15 years, I think I've missed one show.
One show?
Yeah, maybe 2.
Gina, do you laugh at a guy who's only been listening since 94, or are you in the same boat?
No, I've been listening since WNBC, since you came to NBC.
So you have a real distinct advantage over Matt, don't you?
I do, but I'm very nervous.
Matt, what's the problem? Your headphones not working?
It's going, I can hear you in and out.
Yes, well, that's what usually happens around here. Scott's been setting up for about 2 months, and
I don't want to get him in trouble.
And there's always a problem. All right, let's get back to you, Matt. I hope this doesn't distract you too much, even though everyone's working on your headphones while I talk to you. But the show moves on, as you know. It's a very professional show. Is that a little better in your headphones now?
Yep, so far, so far
Okay, good. All right. Let's talk about the fact that you once went to see Artie at a comedy show. You're such a fan. You went to support Artie.
7 years ago, Comedy Connection in Boston.
And Artie yelled at you during the show. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I was drunk, and it was right after that Tiger Woods bet that he made, where he bet $5,000 Tiger Woods wouldn't win.
Right.
And I kept yelling out Tiger Woods. I was being annoying. I yelled out Dirty Work. I yelled out Mad TV, and then you were like, dude, it was funny the first time. You wouldn't like it if I kept calling your girlfriend the C word. And that was when we first started dating. She's here, actually. But
as a super fan, is it a great thing when Artie says you wouldn't like it if I called your girlfriend the C word? In other words, that's the greatest acknowledgement, to get to some interaction with Artie.
Oh, I was thrilled just to get on his radar.
Right.
But she was pissed off at me for a while.
So heckling Artie, yeah, she probably thought you were a douchebag.
Oh,
right?
I can't believe she stayed with me for the 7 years.
But heckling Artie was kind of a good move because you got interaction between you and Artie.
Oh, yeah, I still talk about it to this day.
And that's every superfan's need to somehow get involved with the show.
That's how much of a loser I am.
You say some of the things you love about the show. One in particular is Eric the Midget.
You got to make Eric, if you stay on after this contract's up, you got to have an Eric 102. I love Eric the Midget.
Why is Eric the Midget so controversial? There are people, I read the email every day. There are people who love Eric the Midget and people who hate Eric the Midget. There's almost no in between. What is it you love about Eric the Midget? Because I'm in your camp.
I think Jimmy Kimmel says it best when he's like, the way Eric gets on the phone and talks to Howard as if he's an equal and yells at him, and it's like, there's awkward silences. I mean, I could listen to it all day. I go on YouTube and listen to, there's some guy that puts up clips of every time he calls in.
Right.
I sit there for hours at night listening to clips of Eric the Midget bitch about this and that. I mean,
Eric, do you hear this? You're getting accolades from a super fan. You have a fan.
Thank you, Mike.
It's Matt.
Hey, Eric, I love you. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me an awkward silence. I mean,
is that your favorite, when he just kind of, it takes him a long time to rev up and say something?
This is as big as if John Lennon came from the dead and talked to me.
Wow.
I mean, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Eric the Midget, and Howard Stern, Artie Lang.
Were you ever a part of his website when he was doing his? I forget what it was called.
I'm not that big of a loser to go on the Stickum, but
Oh yeah, when he was doing that American Idol show.
I was friends with him on MySpace, and then
you got booted.
I sent him an email about something, and he sent me this big message about how I'm cleaning up my friends, and you're one of them that I'm cleaning up. This long email. I'm like,
so he threw you off MySpace?
Yeah, then I sent him another request, and he just wouldn't answer it. Like, he knows who I am. Like,
Wow.
Eric, will you acknowledge me now, and can I be your friend? I love you.
Yeah, I have no problem if your friend requests me again.
All right, Eric, and flying with the balloons, that's my dream come true. That is my dream come true.
A lot of people say that.
Fly with balloons.
Do you tell him that in the email? That's when he gets in.
Well, he went through my pictures, and I do have a picture of balloons.
Right.
And he put under it, "These will never be attached to me." ... capital letters, ever.
Eric, you could see your fans who love you even get burned by you. You are very difficult to be a friend with.
Silence.
I really don't think I am.
All right. Eric, before I move on, because this is a big contest, I know you were on hold for a while. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Yes, I was on hold to say sorry to Artie for last week.
Wow, that's very nice.
Apology accepted, Eric. Thank you.
Wow, that's a big deal.
You know, Eric had been a little rough on Artie because Eric was looking forward to making his stand-up debut.
Well, no. That was the original reason. But I was getting one side of a two-sided story, and the one side I was getting was making it sound like Artie was ripping.
All right, you know what? Even Matt is having a good time right now, and he loves it, and he's quelling as you tell your story. But
this is about the super fan.
This is about the super
competition.
fans. And Eric, I'm going to say that was awfully big of you to call in and apologize to Artie. Artie, you do accept the apology?
Absolutely, and I would never rip anybody off. I'm very professional.
What are you eating right now, Artie, so people know?
Bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs.
Oh.
Eric, accept me, Matt Ryan. I love you.
Yeah, Will, and before he lets me go, good luck to you in this contest.
Hey, thanks, Eric.
All right. What about the rest of you? Steve, are you an Eric the Midget fan, or are you one of those people that just can't stand when Eric calls in?
I love to hate him. He's
You
just so ungrateful for everything you've done to him. Just annoying.
So he's annoying.
The annoying midget.
There you have it. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, if he said thanks once in a while, I'd be a lot better with him.
Did a call like today earn a lot of points for Eric with you?
Absolutely, in the hate column. Again, first of all, he wished Matt good luck. Who cares about Matt? You know,
Right.
it's all about me.
Thanks, Eric.
Gina, are you a fan or not a fan of Eric the Midget segments?
How can you not be a fan of him?
You
I
like
mean,
it.
even if you hate him, you have to be a fan of him.
Right. All
He's
right.
great.
Eric, those are good reactions from the super fans. And we'll talk to you again at some point. He'll be mad at me that I just hung up on him. You also, Matt, to finish up, you got to meet Hank the Angry Dwarf before he died, which is a huge thing.
Yeah.
To meet him was really special.
It was like a week before he died.
Right. And you have a girlfriend who is 7 months pregnant. You're not marrying her? You're just going to knock her up and not marry her?
Well, we've been together for 8 years. It's like we're married.
Why won't you marry her?
Because neither one of us believe in marriage. She never really has. I had you talking for 10 years about how not getting married, and then... But I mean, I don't know.
He left you high and dry, right?
Well, you know, we're in love, and she's here. She's 7 months pregnant. We're gonna name him Jacoby.
Why not Howard? I mean, why?
You know what? I said that, and she scoffed at the idea.
Really?
She didn't want to do it. I don't know.
But you know, I don't understand why more super. I'm talking about super fans. Why wouldn't they name their children Howard?
Emily, if you're listening, I mean, Howard Stern himself is saying it, so.
Yeah, really, I request that. All right, let's find out about Steve. Matt, thank you and wish you luck today.
Thanks.
Steve, similarly, you are a super fan. You went on Mutt Show how many months ago?
Again, about 3-4 weeks ago.
3-4 weeks ago. You competed against how many people?
Just one.
Just one. Did you kick this person's ass or was it close?
Unlike Matt, I got 5 out of 5.
You were like right on target.
Absolutely.
It was not a problem for you.
Sure.
Right. And any years of the Howard Stern Show, you are very, very with it. You know about the NBC years.
Absolutely.
You know the Channel 9 years. You know it all. All right. And it said in your notes that you're such a super fan that you plan your vacations around the show's schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's been getting tougher and tougher. I mean, actually, with the 10 weeks, it's a little bit easier, you know, that sort of thing. But like I said, I haven't missed a show in probably about 15 years. I make, you know, plans to tape it if I have to miss it. I have my employees trained on how to tape the show on the stiletto, that sort of thing.
Wow, that's fantastic. And you say you were the first in line at the book signing for Robin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Among your other accomplishments, you had a small role in my movie Private Parts.
I'm in the crowd scene.
You were in the crowd scene, AC/DC.
Yep.
You also say that you are married for 18 years.
Yes.
And you have 3 kids. So you're not some kook. You own
No,
a business.
Yeah, he's a
To make
working
that
man.
point, everyone tries to point out that we are some sort of fringe show where normal people can't listen to us. You seem very normal, right, Steve?
Well, looks can be deceiving.
All right. Steve, thank you. And I wish you a lot of luck.
Thanks. Thank you.
Now, Gina, you have been listening to the show since the NBC days, like you said.
Yep.
You listen almost every day. And your favorite person on the show is who?
Fred.
Fred. Matt, who's your favorite person on the show?
I'd have to say Artie, with Benji a close second.
Benji?
I like all the stuff Benji does, like screaming, like with the Scream rally. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah. Do you think there should be more Benji?
I do. I love that.
You love that.
There's got more Benji stuff. I mean, send him out on the street every day to mess with people.
I think Benji has slowed down. He's not doing as much.
Benji's hard to motivate. I'll be honest with you. You guys own businesses. You know what that's like. Very, very difficult.
It's all that salad he eats.
Steve, what
I saw
about
his
you?
trough when he walked out.
Gina has her favorite. Who is your favorite?
Fred.
Fred. Why Fred?
First off, he's so talented, and I just think he's so adorable. I wish he'd stand up so I could see him.
Fred, stand up so Gina can look. Oh,
There we
look
go.
at that. Yeah.
Thank you, Fred.
Want to change your mind, Matt?
Steve, who's your favorite on the show?
I'd have to go with Artie and Richard Christie. Hey.
And Richard Christie, you
How you
like. All
doing?
right. That's good. All right. You go to the Killers of Comedy shows,
Yes,
Gina?
I do.
You've met Beetlejuice.
Many, many, many times.
What was that like? As you know, on Howard TV right now, the Beetlejuice reality show is in full swing. We're on episode number 4. It's getting very, very high ratings for us.
It's awesome.
Yes.
It's definitely awesome.
What was it like when you met Beetlejuice?
I've known Beetle for years. He's such a sweetheart.
Is that a big deal to a superfan to attach yourself to a whackpacker where they get to know
I don't know
you?
if it's become a little bit more than that. Like, he knows me when he sees me.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm friends with Bob Levy, so I kind of see them outside of that whole realm
Right.
of comedy shows, too.
Do you feel that you are a bigger superfan than Matt and Steve just based on your associations with, let's say, Bob Levy or Beetlejuice because you have personal relationships with
Well,
people
also
from the show?
because I live close by and I get to go to a lot of. I was at Beetle Bash a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you were at Beetle Bash.
I was at Beetle Bash. I mean, I've been to a lot of.
And how did you do when you were on Superfan Roundtable? How many weeks ago were you on?
I was on 2 weeks ago.
And how did you do? Did you just trounce your competition?
I think I did real well.
And did you get all 5 questions right?
I think I got 4 out of 5.
All right, that's not bad.
I missed one.
Steve, you got 5 out of 5. Matt, you didn't do as well.
I think I got 3 out of 5.
All right, well.
Steve sounds tough, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Steve looks awfully confident, Gina. Are you most worried about Steve in this competition?
I'm not worried about anybody.
All right.
I'm the young buck in this thing.
Yeah.
They're both older.
All right, it's time to play. It's time to find out who's going to win the $5,000 and who has the bragging right to say they are the number 1 super fan in the country of the Howard Stern Show. Let me tell you how this is going to work. I'm going to ask you a question. You write down your answer. When I say put your pens down, you must put your pens down. And then I'm going to ask you for your answer. We're going to start out with some easy questions. They're each worth 5 points. These should be no problem for any super fan, Robin.
All right.
Now, for the average guy sitting at home, these might be a problem, but not if you're a super fan. Come on.
These are tough questions.
All right. These are easy questions for the super fans.
Steve's got an advantage over me. He's only missed 1 or 2 shows. I've missed a bunch.
That's right. Artie's missed more shows than you. All right,
for
here we
showing
go.
up,
We're going to start with an easy one that concerns Robin. What is Robin Quivers' middle name? Now, if you're a super fan, this is